Happy Wednesday! Welcome to this great British live stream. For those of you who are new, my name is TJ and I stream UK domestic flights every Wednesday and Friday at 1 PM UTC. Today we're taking in some great British sights in the twin engine. Hey Matt, how you doing? In the twin engine Baron 58 and the Cessna 172. Flying at low altitude, we should pass by some mountains, some nice scenery, and have some smooth landings. So let's start her up. Okay, so we'll pop down to the panel, we'll grab our batteries on here, get the panel lights on so we have avionics. Going to check in Sport Box if we have any controllers online. Just Gatwick and Heathrow, so we don't need to worry about that. It's cool. Radios will need to tune over to Unicom, which is 122.8. That's there, that's all good. So let's get the mixture up to rich and we can start our engines. Let's pop this down. Engine 1 and engine 2. Lovely guys, happy days. We'll set our flaps for takeoff. Position 1. We want to pop back down here, get the pitot heat and our anti-ice on, not that we'll be high enough to use it. Other lights, strobe, beacon, nav, taxi and landing, whatever, they can stay. Okay, so let's take a look at our sat nav here, our GPS. EGNC is not where we are. We are at EGBJ. So we'll go EGBJ, BJ, which is Gloucester. Lovely. That is our starting point. There we go. We're going to clear out that leftover waypoint there. So we've got our starting point. Our first waypoint is Monty. So we go M-O-N-T-Y. There we go. It's quite cool in this that you see the other waypoints as you're scrolling along. All the different names of the beacons around the world that guide pilots home and away. Okay, X, Y, that's Monty. Give that waypoint into there. And we are going to Carnarvon Airport, which is EGCK, GC, ECK, JK. Lovely, and that is Carnarvon Airport in there. So that is our flight plan programmed in. Get this over to GPS so our nav system follows our GPS. We can see on our map that is our route. Okay, let's get our transponder on. Just going to squawk my usual code here, which is 1103 43. Lovely. So that's all good. Transponder is set to pop down to autopilot and stuff. Get the yaw damper. Get our flight director. The vertical speed, it doesn't really have a vertical speed mode, so you have to set basically set the nose trim. So we're going to set this, if we look over here, we're going to set it to about 10 degrees up. Ready. There we go. We have a donation. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Matt. That is very much appreciated. I will try my best. I will try my best to have a good flight for you there. Lovely, awesome, Matt. Thank you for the pounds. As we get this trim up to 10 degrees there, got distracted. Lovely. So that's our trim set for takeoff. I'm going to go over to nav mode and our altimeter here at Gloucester, guys, is going to be. Cheers, Matt. Thank you, man. Much appreciated, dude. Our altimeter is 3003 4, 3. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so we don't need permission to taxi here. We just need to get out to the active runway, which is runway 22 over here. Matt, you've bought me a bottle of some unhealthy soft drink, so that's all good. Exactly. I need like a celebratory donation icon there, don't I think. Lovely. So we'll get ourselves out. We'll get ourselves out to runway 22 here. So today we're doing a few flights. We've got a few takeoffs, a few landings. We've got a landing here at Carnarvon. We're then heading over to Blackpool, and then finally we are off to Carlisle. So some nice scenery in the north of England today. Lovely. This is runway 22. We can get rid of that. Cool. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is runway 22, but we've just gone past. Cool. Turn around. There we go. Closing the map. Closing the map far too early there. It's the thing with small airports. Runways don't look like runways. There we are. Runway 22. Okay, right. There we go. So we're going to take off from runway 22 here, and then we're just going to pop our autopilot on, and that will take us up to 3,000 feet. So let's go. All seems good. Wind is... Let's see what the wind is like here, guys, as we increase the throttles. Wind is fine. Wind is all good. There we go. And pretty sure we can rotate. There we go. Rotate. Lovely. Positive rate. Gear and flaps go up. Awesome. So I'm going to go over to get our autopilot on here. There we go. Aircraft should start to point 10 degrees up. Lovely. As we scare the people in their houses right there. Amazing. So the autopilot is going to climb us up to 3,000 feet here. As we leave Gloucester behind, and we head out to Carnarvon, which is about 100 or so miles away in North Wales. There we are. Lovely. Just keep an eye on everything here. Make sure we're good. There we go. Close that window now. It's a little bit loud. And excellent. Let's continue our climb just up to 3,000 feet. Weather today is not looking too bad. Slightly foggy, but ultimately not looking too bad. Should be absolutely fine. So once we're at 3,000, we can pop out to another view, and we can take in some of this scenery. It gets more spectacular the further we go today. So we've got a run over some mountains coming up very shortly, and then we've got a nice run over the sea to Blackpool, and then I believe some more mountains to come on our way into Carlisle. Fantastic. Climbing 2,200 here. Matt, where were you getting the train to and from? Where were you going today? It's 2,600, lovely. It's a nice, slow, civilized climb in this aircraft here. 2,900, and finally 3,000. From college on the tube. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, I gotta say I don't really miss my days of commuting on the tube. I don't know. I don't know, there's something quite unique about it, isn't there? There's something quite unique about commuting on the tube. Certain kind of person that does that. Certain kind of sort of busyness to it. Yeah, it's quite good fun in a way. I did sort of enjoy it. You just sort of put your music on and switch off, man. Probably more enjoyable than my current journey to work, which is walking. Trying not to get killed by the traffic around here. So yeah, maybe there's something to be said for the trains. Yeah, exactly, man. So was I. I tell you. I used to get the Circle. In my most recent London commute was all on the Circle. Yeah, and it was like bliss. You get on the Circle. It's nice and quiet at the time I boarded it, which was about 7 AM. I used to get on it. Nice and quiet. I just sit there, looking straight ahead with my music on. I just found it really, really chill, man. I have commuted on the Piccadilly and some of the deeper lines. They're hugely unpleasant in rush hour, but yeah, I did enjoy just chilling out on the Circle line. It used to take me from Euston over to King's Cross. Then I get a nice locomotive hauled service out of Liverpool Street for the last half of my commute. That was amazing. Just nice and relaxing, nice quiet train heading out of London in the morning. Yeah, there's something to be said for travelling by rail for sure, man. So this is the cabin of our BE58 here. It's kind of cool. You can actually open the doors. You can open the passenger door. You can open the cabin door up here. But we're not going to do that until we are on the ground here today. Get them met every day, but you train Amersham to Harrow is a Met train physically, but the driver set a fast district to Ealing Common. Yeah, it does indeed. So yeah, the Met is obviously Amersham. Is it Chesham? Does it go as far as Chesham? I can't remember. Amersham and Watford, isn't it? Where I used to be. And then down through the city out to Moorgate. Yeah, the district is a completely different direction. They do share the trains between them. You don't always get. Sometimes you get a district train on the Met and a Met train on the district. There are trains that travel specifically on the Met. They're the longer ones. They're the 8-car sets. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, and Uxbridge down to Aldgate. But yeah, a lot of the time you tend to get trains that are shared between the Circle and the Circle, Hammersmith and City, District and Met, isn't it? They share their trains. I know my trains. I commuted for long enough. Go. Let's see what we can see off the wing here. Now we've done our cabin view. On the railway note, check out the mug. Virgin Trains. Used to commute on Virgin Trains as well. Was quite lucky at the time. Used to go first class. That was nice. It's very lovely. That's it. Yeah, the Met's an S8. Yeah, and there are 2 8-long S7 sets. There we go. I had no idea. I always thought the S7s were just 7 cars and the S8s were 8 cars. Yeah, cool. I think the introduction of the S trains onto those lines is certainly made commuting a lot more pleasant for people on those routes. A lot more pleasant. The old Circle stock and District stock were crap. But anyway, planes. So we're flying a plane. Apparently, we are flying a plane somewhere in England. It's all good. From Gloucester to Carnarvon, that's the one. Flying from Gloucester to Carnarvon. Yeah, absolutely, man. The aircon is much better than the bus. Is that that's the Boris buses, isn't it? Terrible, terrible. Any kind of bus is terrible, but you know, yeah, I'd take the tube any day. No crash yet. I mean, come on, man. I've only crashed twice, and once was a helicopter. That doesn't even count. Doesn't even count if it's a helicopter. Helicopters kill everybody. These will be nice. These will be nice landings today. We're gonna have some good flights. There was that time a couple of weeks ago where YouTube was punishing me for not streaming regularly, so I got like very little views. But the landings at Saint Martin and Paro were absolutely beautiful. So you know, it's not all. Guess what? That's half the fun. That is half the fun. Who knows what will happen? I'm glad we're not up in the clouds in an airliner today, actually. Really glad we're not up in the clouds, because you wouldn't be able to see any of the scenery. We will do airliners soon. We're going to pick up the TOLIS A319 again fairly soon. On Friday we are doing something slightly different. We're doing the Sega Airline Pilots arcade game. We're going to fly the Sega Airline Pilots arcade game on Friday. It's a game that was released in the late 90s. Sort of an arcade game where you fly 777. So that'll be really quite good fun. Should be probably a slightly shorter stream, but the long one today should make up for that. So how close are we to some of this scenery up here? Not too far off. Not too far off. We've got 12 minutes to our first waypoint, our only waypoint of Monty. We're about 40 miles or so from there, and we are 82 miles from our destination of Carnarvon, where it gets properly hilly and mountainous. What are you studying at college, Matt? Are you a student, teacher? I'm gonna guess it's airplanes or something, but you know. So we'll pop out to this outside view. Engineering, aeronautical engineering, of course. Of course it is, man. Cool. Here we go. What do we reckon? Let's go. We'll go there. We'll go with that. That's nice. Awesome. Aeronautical engineering. Very cool. So after this, I guess that's a BTEC level 3, is it? And I guess after that, you're going to be off to uni. Engineering of some kind. Am I right there? I look very similar to a teacher who used to do English at your secondary school. Down to the tie. You're on a level 2, are you? Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if awesome apprenticeship. Yeah, that's a good path to go down for anything sort of vocational like that. I don't know if you know, but yeah, I'm a teacher. I do teach BTEC IT level 3 mostly. So yeah, I'm familiar with the qualifications, man. So I can definitely recommend an apprenticeship after that. It's a very good idea. I wish you, I wish you all the best of luck with it. I take it you've pretty much finished the summer now, haven't you? I know my lot had their last exams this week, and all the assignments and stuff are finishing up this week. So, yeah, I'd imagine you're on holiday now, right? And Nightbot's woken up. Amazing. There we go. Oh, that's useful. That is useful. I do like it when Nightbot does his job. Finalised with coursework and should be signed off in about a week or so. Cool, man. It's not too bad. Yeah, a week or so sounds about right. Awesome. Awesome, man. I figure you're gonna get. What do you need to go on to a level 3? Is it a merit, or if you just got to pass your level 2? Sure, you'll get a merit. Sure, you'll get a merit. I have no doubt. You'll be fine. Possibly a distinction. Who knows, right? That is a beautiful level climb at the moment. 0 feet per minute. Nice. Very nice. Leveled off nicely here. Here we go. We've got some scenery coming up. Let's go. That's a nice wing view for our scenery. Sweet. It's down to GCSEs. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sitting on a merit, but yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Maths GCSE kept you back. Yeah. They do demand, don't they, that you get C in Maths for your level 3. So I figure if you've reset your Maths this year, so you've got to wait for that. But yeah, level 2 merit should get you onto, should comfortably get you onto a level 3 course, man. They want to be. Oh my god. There we go. Fair enough. Well, I hope if you are doing the resit that you do get a B then. It's engineering though, isn't it? So I guess yeah, it's sort of very mathematical. So okay, cool. Makes sense. Makes sense, man. You'd be surprised actually how much maths there is these days in the IT courses, in the computer science courses. It's a ridiculous amount of maths, but that's what the universities and employers are demanding at the moment. They are demanding that people have a strong maths background to be able to become programmers. I would have been screwed if they demanded maths, strong math skills when I became a programmer. I'll tell you that much. Alrighty, back in the comfort and the warmth of our flight deck here. Happy days. So the Baron we're flying today is the Double Trouble mod, which I'll tell you more about in a minute. You did the Computer Science BTEC Level 2 distinction in the exam. If you was Level 3, you would have got a merit. Wow, my god, man. Yeah, nice one, nice one. Yeah, computer science. I mean, level 2 courses are not too bad, but computer science is a difficult course, no matter what level you're doing. I think obviously a level 1 is quite easy, but yeah, they've certainly toughened up the level 2s in the last few years. Certainly toughened up those level 2 courses. Whether or not that's a good thing, we'll see. So yes, the Double Treble Baron 58 mod is pretty much like the Zebo mod for the 737, except this is a mod for the Baron. It's still got sort of the F mod sounds that the default comes with, but the flight dynamics have been improved. So I'm told that this Baron behaves a lot more like the real thing. It's certainly quite an easy plane to fly. It will kill you if you're stupid, but it's a fairly easy, enjoyable twin prop to fly. I do like the Baron. Apart from the only thing I'm not really keen on is that that pitch mode for the autopilot. If it had a vertical speed select like the Cessna, it'd be a lot more friendly. But you know, you only do your ascent once. Your descent is entirely manual. It's not really a big deal. It's one of my favourite planes. I'm definitely glad I started doing some of the general aviation stuff and started flying the Baron. I'm really quite enjoying it. Got a left turn coming up here in about 4 minutes or so, as we continue over the relatively flat scenery just before, currently tracking sort of north west. I'm going to start tracking a little bit more west towards North Wales fairly soon, and the scenery is going to get a lot hillier from there on out. Quite impressed how sophisticated this is actually. It's quite an old plane. You do have an autopilot of some kind, so it's nice to have that. It's nice to have an autopilot. It's all good. Certainly couldn't hand fly this thing for the 200 or 300 miles that we're flying it today, that's for sure. So flying general aviation online, flying propeller planes on VATSIM, is quite an experience. So when you fly airliners, you just get your clearance at the airport and you're cleared for the entire your entire trip. For general aviation, you don't really get that. If you're flying from a small airport, you get your clearance as you approach the controlled airspace. A lot of the time the controllers just want you to stay at a fairly low altitude outside of the controlled airspace, which is fine. The way you talk to the controllers on the radio is slightly different. So on an airliner, you get directions and you pretty much just accept the directions, report your position, that kind of thing. But with general aviation, you request a different kind of service. It's called a basic service, and the way you request that, you get a lot less instructions. You're free to fly on your own more, but the way you request the service is different. So it's been quite an experience learning how to fly these small propeller planes online. But I haven't been shouted at yet. Touch wood. It's a shame there's no sort of London centre controllers on, but given the time we stream, I'm not too surprised. They tend to come on in the evenings. There we go. Here's the hills and mountains coming up here. Got our left turn approaching fairly soon as well. I do hope we can see the runway. I hope the fog doesn't descend. I do hope we can see the runway when we get to this airport. We can tune in an ILS. I'm not sure if Blackpool has one. We'd have to look that up. So, if there is anything anybody wants to know about planes, pop a question in the chat on the... Is it my left? Is the chat on my left? If I go that way, is the chat that way? On the chat is one of these sides. If you have a question, no idea how many people are watching, but if you have a question, pop it in the chat to our left and right here. I'm not sure how popular general aviation is going to be. We will see. We will see how this one goes. Is it above me? Chat's above me? There. Cool, man. There we go. Or to the right. That right? There is chat somewhere on the screen. It's all good. Oh yeah, I've got chat. Yeah, I've got chat up there, and I've got that side as well. Right, cool. I've got the stream open. I've got the stream open on the tablet down here with chat and Streamlabs and that. But I haven't got the viewing window open. I've only got my dashboard open. My right, your left. There, got it. I know where the chat is. There we go. We're cool. Got this, guys. Got this. There we go. That's our left turn there towards Carnarvon Airport. Only about 12 minutes away from the airport. 40 miles. Currently doing just over 180 knots. 194. There we go. On the ground. Not too keen on these winds, but we're just gonna continue to take in the scenery here. What view should we pop out to for this? What do we reckon? It's quite nice. Stick your head outside the aircraft and take in some of the scenery there. When we fly the Cessna, we get terrifyingly close to some of the hills, some of the scenery. I mean, we're flying pretty low as it is, but in the Cessna, it should be it's certainly quite a hairy experience. So that will be quite good fun. That will be quite good fun here. So what else do we have coming up? We got we have obviously airline pilots on Friday. If we may take, yeah, we definitely take the Tolis 319 out. Probably take that outside the UK. Let's do something a little bit different again. We're going to take a Cessna into Courchevel in France. It's going to fly a Cessna from Geneva to Courchevel in France. That is that's planned in the next few weeks. I was considering flying it from the UK, then I saw how many hours that would take, and I thought, no, do you know what, I'm fine. The A350 will be rolled out again. The A350 will be rolled out in the fairly near future, and we've still got to do that stream where we try and land the Tolis A319 on a 500 meter grass airstrip. That'll be fun. We'll have a good time. We're going to have a good time, guys. It's all good. Descending flight level. There is descending flight level 5,000 apparently, someone up there. Unless he's flying a space shuttle, I very much doubt it. What's flight level 5,000? That is 500,000 feet? Flight level 5,000? 500,000 feet, something stupid like that. I think he means 5,000 feet. $5 million feet. There we go. Amazing. I'm going to point it out to him. I'll just politely point it out. There we go. See how it goes. I'm not sure how much of the VATSIM chat box you can see up there, but I think you can see the latest message. There we go. So 9 minutes, 30 miles. We're going for runway 25 at Carnarvon. Current track is about 300, so it will be a left turn. There we go. He meant 5,000 feet. He meant 5,000 feet. We're okay. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Anything above that is flight level. Lovely. There we go. Helping people out as well. How about that, eh? How about that? Alright, so we are still not liking the winds, but cruising along quite nicely here. We'll check out some of these lakes to our left here. What I'm also going to do is set out altimeter for Carnarvon. Carnarvon altimeter, we'll take Cardiff, so it's close enough, right? 1018. There we are, lovely. Some nice lakes, some beautiful lakes there to our left. Just gonna pop back, make sure we hit the mountain. We won't hit the mountain. We're all good, guys. We're all good. Beautiful lakes to the left. This is what I like about the general aviation stuff, where you take in the scenery. It's really quite nice. It's really quite nice. I think it looks kind of moody as well. Some moody looking scenery. If the clouds are a little bit grey, the weather's a bit crap. So what we'll do between the flights, guys, I'll put the Be Right Back screen up. I'll set up the new flight, update Fly Live, and file our new flight plan. And then we can kick off the new stream. Or the new flight, sorry. Kick off the new flight. Next flight, Cessna 172 from Carnarvon to Blackpool. A nice run along the coast. Fairly short, but a nice run along the northwest coast of the UK. What have we got over the nose? Yeah, best view is the nose at the moment. Cool. Really nice. It's getting really mountainous now. Really mountainous now. We're approaching North Wales here. Matt, if you're into trains, would you be interested in a train simulator stream one day? Just like a bonus stream on a random weekday? How are you feeling about that? Should we do some trains one day? You see, this is the scenery we came for. This is what we're looking for here, guys. Amazing. I fear that we're going to get worryingly close to that mountain over there, just that one directly ahead of us. But it will be fine. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Lovely. Here we are. We've got rounds. Yeah, we'll take this view. Definitely take this view. Look at this. There we go, cool. Just messing about with the, as we're taking the scenery, just messing about with the tablet there. Just so I can make sure I can see everything on Streamlabs. Oh, the scenery, guys, the scenery. Amazing. Somebody going around at Manchester? Guys, how do you mess up a landing at Manchester? How do you mess up a landing at Manchester? The runway's like 1,000,000 feet long. Train sim pretty cool. Nice one, man. Yeah, Dovetail is a huge cash grab, but Train Sim World I think is okay. I literally just paid for Train Sim World's GWR. There's some quite interesting, challenging stuff on it. So yeah, I think we'll do a random Train Sim day one day for sure. I'm up for that. Let's just make sure we'll clear this mountain here. There we go. Let's check out this. Let's check out this wing view here. as we skim the top of that mountain. You would not want to be any closer to that, guys. You would not want to get any closer to that. Jesus. I knew 3,000 feet was an okay altitude for this flight. Yeah, it is, exactly. The GWR one is very close. I mean, GWR is sort of my, I guess, my local train company as it currently stands. I think they've modelled some of the Crossrail works, but they haven't modelled all of them. But yeah, it is pretty close for sure. All right, we must be coming up on this airport now, guys. Yeah, we are. Cool. So I'll just take in one more view out here. Look at that. Terrain, pull up. No terrain radar, man. No terrain radar. Don't need one. Don't need one. We're all good. We're all good. Alright, so not too far off the airport. Put this out to about 10 miles. And that's it. The worst of the terrain, or the best of the terrain, depending on your outlook, is behind us. Literally behind us, right there. We'll just cruise along in this view for the next couple of minutes or so. As we leave the mountains behind. Because it's really quite nice to look at. And then once we are near the airport, once we are within about 10 miles or so of the airport, we'll slow down, descend, get the flaps up, get the gear down, job done. Hopefully job done. Very nice. Very nice scenery. I promised you guys scenery, and that is what we have. Happy days. Happy days. Alright, so if we look, what we can see is an airport somewhere, hopefully. There it is. Lovely. Okay, so here we go. We're going to turn this autopilot off. Lovely. Let's get a straight and level for a minute. There we are. Drop the throttles. Get the gear down. Flap speed in this is 122. There we are. So there's the airport. Which runway do we want? Which direction are we currently facing? I'm facing 300, so we want to come round for runway 25. Cool. Runway 25. Okay, facing east. Making this right turn. There we are. South 21. I believe. Fine, whatever. Don't need flaps. I believe what we want is 25 here. Somehow managed to overspeed the flaps. It's all good fun. We won't do that next time. It's all good. fly her down. The Baron is really sensitive to flap speed. If you are slightly too fast, you're going to have a very bad time indeed. What do we get there? 200 and something? Not bad, we're down. We're down, guys. It's all good. Got overspeed on the flaps. Because the Baron is very sensitive to it, but there we go. Sweet. One landing. Done. At Carnarvon. I think we ended up on runway 20, but whatever. It's cool. Okay, so it's all good. Let's go EG CK. Cool. So we'll just go and park her up just over here. There we are. We are down. We've made it, guys. We made it. We'll get our flaps repaired for the next flight. Get our flaps repaired and we'll be fine. You can indeed get out of a brace position, Matt. You can indeed. It's all good. I don't think that required a fire truck. I think that was, you know, it was heavy. Because we decided to, we got overspeed on the flaps and decided not to use them. But we got down, man. We got down. It's all good. It's all good. And here we go. Let's just park her up here. Let's take a look at these nice planes down here. What do we have? What do we have? Some nice scenery. Lovely scenery for Carnarvon here. Lovely. Heck, I'll take. We'll go in between the helicopter. Go in between the helicopter and this little plane down here. Right, there's a tail dragger. Should we go see the tail dragger? Let's go see the tail dragger. Get that window open as well. Some gliders. It's a good variety of traffic here, actually. There we go. Just park up on the grouse. Cool. That'll do us. That will do us, guys. Welcome to Carnarvon. Let's should we pop these flaps up and see what we did to them? Oh, there we go. We still have two functioning sets of flaps. The overspeed must have been fairly minor. I brought the flaps back up because I didn't want to risk the imbalance. But there we go. Flaps are fine. Minor overspeed. Pretend it didn't happen. Okay, let's switch this off. So we'll go. We can go engine 2 off, engine 1 off. Lovely. Let's get our anti-ice off here. Let's get all the lights off. Avionics. All of this good stuff can go off. Batteries off. There we go. Everybody out the plane. Everybody out the plane. If I can find the door handle. There's the door handle. Lovely. We made it. So what we'll do, guys, is I'm going to disconnect from Squawk Box very quickly. We'll take in a replay of our landing here at Carnarvon. And then we'll put the Be Right Back screen up and we'll go for our next flight of the day. Lovely. Where's our landing? Somewhere around here? Somewhere around here. We'll go with that. Cool. So come in. What I need to do is if you open the doors, it keeps the doors open in the replay, which is helpful. There we go, cool. Now we can see our landing. Go float, and yeah, that's alright, whatever. Nice and firm, brought it down. Job's a good one, guys. Job's a good one at Carnarvon. So I will put the Be Right Back screen up, guys, and I will see you in a few minutes for our next flight of the day. See you soon. Okay, and we are back, guys. Welcome back to Carnarvon Airport. We have our Cessna 172 ready to go. So we're going to fly this over to Blackpool, and so we're just going to jump inside and we're going to get going. So get our batteries on, 1 and 2, battery and avionics. We're going to check the ATC again here. Show who's online. Absolutely nobody. Cool, fair enough. We're going to get our mixture up to rich. Going to prop the throttle up just a tiny bit here, and going to start the plane. There we go, lovely. That's the Cessna started up. And then pop down here. We'll go pitot heat on. We're going to go flaps 1. And lights, beacon, nav, and strobe. Happy days. We're going to go over to our G1000 here. We're going to go flight plan. You can see it's still got our old flight plan in here. So I'm going to clear out the old ones. Lovely. So from EGCK, we're going to go to the waypoint WAL, which I'm guessing like stands for Wales. KL, Wallasey. That's for Wallasey, there we go. Waypoint Wallasey. And we're going to go to EGNH, which is Blackpool. C, D, E, F, G. M, N, EGN, GH, Blackpool Airport. Lovely. So that is our flight plan all in there. Cool. The air pressure is 1018-3006. Cool, we're going to stick with that. I'm going to go to our transponder tab. I'm going to turn our transponder on. Going to set our... initially we want an altitude of 3,000 feet. So we're going to set our altitude to 3,000. But then we're going to try and descend to about 1,500, I think, probably. Set our altitude, we'll put vertical speed mode on. Going to nose up to 600 feet per minute climb rate. Going to activate nav mode. And we'll grab our terrain radar on there. Yeah, exactly. That's why we're... yeah, I'm aware that above 1,500 it's controlled airspace for Manchester. So, yeah. We are... we need to be at 3,000 initially, because mountains. But literally as soon as we pass the terrain, we're going to dip down to 1,500, which I believe is the base of the controlled airspace. So, yeah, we're going to stay well below that now. Okay, lovely. So, let us get over to... we'll jump across to... we should go for 2.5 because that's where the weather's going. So, yeah, let's try and get over to runway 2.5 here. There we are. All right, so this should be a fairly short flight. Just taking a nice trip up the coast here, over to Blackpool Airport. Amazing. So go past all these nice gliders and that kind of thing that we saw just a minute ago. It's windy. We're gonna have I think we're gonna have some issues getting off the ground here. Yeah, I can feel there's a lot of rudder movement going on already, which is fairly mad. I love this scenery for Carnarvon. They've even modelled the little caravan park. Look at that little caravan park there. We would have certainly would have scared the old folk if we'd come in and landed on 2.5 here. Honestly, with no controllers online, if you're pointing at a runway, you can just land on it. It's all good. Okay, cool. So here we go. All right. Let's get ready to depart Carnarvon for Blackpool. Not liking the wind. Really not liking the wind one bit. Just going to ease the throttle up. See what happens here, guys. Got more than enough runway to play with. A little bit more right rudder. Honestly, takeoff in these things is hairier. It's hairier than landing them sometimes. There we go. Rotated, lovely. Bring these flaps up now. And we can just pop the autopilot straight on. And here we go. We are leaving Carnarvon for Blackpool. I'm not sure if Blackpool Tower's modelled. I have no idea. We will see. Don't think it is. But yeah, I believe the base of that controlled airspace mat is 1,500 feet. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's 1,500. There we are, climbing now. Airspeed's climbing nicely. Aircraft is climbing equally nicely. As you can see, we're making this this big old right turn onto our route here. There we go. I will leave the flight plan open, why not? Get that back. Cool. There we go, so we are basically heading, guys, directly towards these mountains again. I'm going to skim the tops of the mountains, and then we are going to continue on. We are cool. Pop out to the nose as we take in the views over here. Remain at least 1,000 feet vertically away from clouds, and flight visibility of at least 5 meters, 5 kilometers. The flight visibility of at least 5 kilometers. Cool. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. When I did this online with London Centre Online, they didn't have any problem. Minimum 1500, 1000 below clouds. Yeah, 1000 below clouds can't really be done. We might be 1000 below clouds. I don't know where the clouds, the ceiling starts. Yeah, no idea where the cloud ceiling starts, to be honest. But we can definitely do a minimum of 1500 feet. Go 2,000 feet, just climbing up to 3,000 here, nice and on track. So maintaining this track all the way out to Wallasey. We should have no problem clearing the mountains. Fingers crossed, no problem clearing the mountains. I guess what I like about general aviation planes is that you can basically, you can kind of abuse them in a way. You can just have fun flying them, and sort of they won't try and kill you. You can take in some scenery, you can have fun flying them. You don't have to be too precious about them, and you still get some half decent landings. Suits me just fine. And there we go. We even made a no flaps landing. Happy days, happy days. Just going to pop this range out a little bit so I can see a wee bit more. 2,800 feet, should level off at 3,000. Then we'll pop the throttles back to reduce that airspeed a little bit as well. On our last flight, we need to stay at 1,500 feet because of that controlled airspace in the Barren, but we do have some terrain to fly around. Once we do our last flight of the day in the Barren after this one. Cool. Pop those throttles back down to 75% or so now. There we go. Lovely. There we are. We'll take in this view until we get close to that terrain, but I want to make sure we're going to clear. We can take in this view from the passenger cabin, which is really quite lovely. By the way, the registration of this plane, TJ Fly, is technically a valid registration. It's from Cameroon, so it is valid. It's just foreign. Oh, look at the scenery though. Look at this scenery. Beautiful. So we, yeah. I think what we might do is fly around that terrain. I don't fancy risking it on a stream, so we're going to pop into heading mode. We're going to fly around that terrain and we'll rejoin our path just the other side of it. There we go.